Last week we were in Barcelona, Spain. I did some videos from there. They didn't all take, so you didn't get to see some of the majesty of Barcelona, Spain, and I apologize for that, but this is the computer age and not everything works the way you want it to. But on our next to the last night there, I'm going to preface this, I was at a retail shop in Houston, and the young lady behind the retail counter looked at me for a while, and she said, "Mick?" And I looked at her, and I knew her, but it had been a while. And it took me a little bit, and this is taking place in Swiss German, which mine is limited. And finally, I said, wait, I know who you are. And who she was the oldest daughter of a couple that lived next to us for years in the village we live in. And I would work on her and the kids and the dad and the mom from a chiropractic point of view, and she was working this retail store. And I said, how's it going? How's your dad? Because I hadn't heard from her dad for years. He got divorced, and so she said, well, Dad, he's doing good, I guess. He's got a new girlfriend, and he's opened a restaurant near Barcelona. I thought, wow, how synchronous, how silly, how fun. So I said, can I get the name and number of the restaurant? And she said, yeah, hi. And I'll be there. And so she said, yeah, so she gave me the name, and we looked it up on the internet, and when we first got to Barcelona, we called, and they were closed, so I thought, oh, no, he's on vacation. So near the last night we were there, I said, let me just try one more time. So I called, and he answered the phone, so I spoke in English, because he doesn't speak, he speaks, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, German, Swiss German, all these languages, but English isn't one of them. And so I said, oh, sorry, wrong number, and I hung up. So then I asked Nicole to call, and she made reservations for 8 people in my daughter, our youngest daughter's middle name, Olivia. And so we went to the water park during the day, went to the beach, then we went to the restaurant. I walked in the restaurant, and here's my friend that I haven't seen in, 8 or 9 years. And he says, hola. And I said, hola. And he kind of looked at me oddly, and so then the kids started to come in. He looked away for a minute, he looked back, and the kids started to come in. He said, hola. And you see this little spark of recognition start to happen in his life. And then he's looking, and my wife walks in, and he absolutely realizes who we are. It was so much fun. He's like, oh, nein, this is nicht möglich. And he's speaking Swiss German like crazy by then, because he knows that that's our venue. And we spent 3 hours, 3 tremendous hours with him, eating in his restaurant, drinking sangria. We had a great time. But he said that the Wednesday before, this was a Friday, the Wednesday before, his youngest daughter had surprised him by coming in from Switzerland. His new girlfriend had worked it out with the youngest daughter, and she was actually there, so we had dinner with her as well. But he said it's so weird, she brought a newspaper with her, and the newspaper had a picture in it, and in the picture was, in our village, was the house that he used to live in and the house behind it. And he said, I was showing somebody the picture today, and he said, this is where I used to live, and that's Mick's house back there. And I walked in that day. I want to talk a little bit about synchronicity, because it's something that fascinates me.